This girl answers the phone, and her and I give her my name, my address, and you know, I said, hey, I made a last payment on my student, not my student loan, my medical debt. How is this, like, can you guys send me a letter so you guys, I could stop being garnished, because I'm still being garnished at this time. And the girl was like, Natashia from 3rd grade?
As you're there, baby, we can do this all night. Keep on second guessing our love, oh love. I don't really care if you don't mind. Baby, we can do this all night.
You know I got that pumpkin spice. That's it. Okay, let me clean the kiddos' cages out real quick, and then we will go ahead and decorate the Christmas tree. I think I'm gonna call this Towel Chronicles, because this is legit how I get dressed in the morning. But unfortunately, it's actually about 6 o'clock at night on a Friday. Let me explain. I was supposed to get on camera way before this time, but I cleaned my house at like 5 o'clock this morning. And you guys have already seen me clean my house several times. And I'm just getting dressed because I'm going to Micro Center and I need to stop at Target. I'm just gonna like get myself halfway together. And to be honest, at this time, I probably don't need to do all this, but I feel obligated. And I took a nap today and I just got out the shower, so yeah. I lost a few of my lash extensions in the shower as well. So my eyes are a little bald. And you know what's so funny? On one of my lives, I said I could never see myself getting lash extensions because I'm one of those people that have to take everything off at night, like when I go to lay down. I don't like to have fake nails. Not anymore. Well, I don't know. I might go back. Don't judge me. But like makeup, nothing. I don't like to go to bed with nothing on my face. Sometimes I get mad when I have to wear a do-rag or like my bonnet, but you know, I have to do it. But yeah, so I said I, you know, didn't care for lash extensions because I need to rip off my lashes at night. I apply my own lash extensions myself, of course. And I've been obsessed ever since. So don't start something that, you know, you think you may not like, because I really like how my eyes look with my lash extensions. And also too, I'm not applying a ton of lashes. So when you're doing lash extensions, which I actually have a whole kit because I wanted to learn how to do it on other people and kind of have like a little side hustle, but it's hard. Like, I need to practice a lot. But I do my own, and when I first started, I was actually putting the lashes above my lash line, which is not correct. I think you should probably put them under your lash line. I feel like they last longer. And also too, I'm one of those people that pick at things, because remember, I like to be just fresh faced when I go to bed. And no, I kept picking at them, pulling out my real lashes, because I don't know, I liked the way the glue felt, and I would just pick at them and then just pick everything off. And I was really like bald. Like, my eyes were like really no lashes for real. So I do get the Ardell 3D individual lashes, but these have, I kind of like there's like another set that I like, and I want to say they're the long ones, but they're not as thick as these. So these are good. This is what I have on my eyes right now. Don't judge because they're balding, but yeah, this is what I usually get. But like I said, I either get, no, let me not say either. I get short, medium, and long. So I could do short here, medium in the middle, and mix kind of like the medium and the long in between, like the outer corners. I don't know how to describe it. Just know that's what I do. And I'm obsessed with it. It feels good to not wake up and have to do like a full face. So that's why I like having lash extensions. Like, I don't really have to buy mascara because my lashes are thick enough. Like I said, I'm not going too crazy because it's super late. I'm coming back home from Micro Center. I need to buy a new hard drive because creating these vlogs take up a lot of space. If you follow me on social media, I post a lot of TikToks, and I end up saving them and downloading them to my computer. For what? I'm not sure, but you know. And no, I actually did not wet this either. Like, I should have wet this upstairs before I started recording. And now I'm also running out of setting spray. I need a new hard drive so I can just start saving all of my content. I have all of my 2019, I want to say 2018, 2019, 2020 videos. They're all saved on that hard drive. So I'm just going to have my husband take the hard drive out because I don't need it in my computer, because nothing else is going to be stored there. And if I ever need it, he can always just put it back. But my husband actually built my computer, so I'm so happy to have like a techie person. Especially a techie person I live with, because anytime something happens with my computer, I'm like, come help me please. Okay. And I guess I'm just going to have to throw this out. Which, this is one of my favorite setting sprays, and it actually smells really good. This is the Milani Make It Last. I want to say this one, it doesn't say, no, it says the natural finish. I thought this one was the matte finish, but it's the natural finish, and it smells so good. But now I'm going to have to grab a different setting spray. Hold please. So since I'm going to Target, I know I need to pick up another setting spray, but I always switch stuff up. I never, like, unless I really like it, I try to just try different things. So I do really like this one, so I'm going to pick this one up and then try to find like a new setting spray I haven't used. But the Maybelline Lasting Fix, we're going to go ahead and continue with this. I want to thank you guys for all the love that you guys have been giving me on my vlogs. You know, this year I was really trying to do Vlogmas. I don't want to say so much stuff has happened. It's just, I actually have help with my videos. My husband does all of the sound as well as picking out the music for my videos. So I get a ton of compliments on the music choice, and that is my husband. I cannot take credit for that, although I want to. He does all of the sound. And so since we both work full-time jobs, I'm kind of at the mercy of him. That is why sometimes the videos take a little bit longer to go up, which I'm not mad at because I rather have quality than quantity. So, but sometimes I'd be like, let's go, like let's get on it, because a playa got things to do. I'm not always trying to work a full-time job. I want YouTube to be my full-time job, so let go. But no, everything takes time and a lot of effort and consistency. Therefore, of course, that's what I need to work on. And this is seriously, like, sometimes this is how I do my makeup for work. Like, the only time I wore foundation was when I started my new job, and that was one day. Literally, one day. After that, I was like, y'all gonna see me how you see me. Car, I'm trying to film. Now, we all do still wear masks, which I'm okay with because I don't like to get dressed. I like to do half my makeup. I have an office, so when I'm eating or I'm focusing on like a project and I need to shut my door, I do shut my door. And I think in my other video, it kind of made it seem like I opened up my door because my manager came in. No, we both shut our doors. Like, sometimes I think I work, you know, in a law firm. Sometimes you don't want to hear other conversations. But I would honestly say I was meant to work in a law firm. At least for a year or two. But I think I was meant to work in a law firm because everybody's upset. And I'm okay with that because I'm upset too, but I'm like the happiest person in the office, which is crazy. So I think this is kind of where I belong this entire time as I was hunting for jobs and not being happy. And as always, I preach because I do work in HR. And I haven't always resigned from a job in the proper way that you're supposed to. Or not, let me not say supposed to, because you don't have to tell a job anything. Let's start there. Let me just be honest. But the nice thing to do before resigning is giving a resignation letter, preferably 2 weeks in advance. But baby, I get why a lot of people just get up and go because, of course, I have been fed up too. And I've given resignation letters, and I've also not fulfilled those resignation letters either. This is kind of like my diary. I really like talking to you guys about this stuff because you can see where I went at fault and maybe I can help you out. But I would say to not burn any bridges. It is nice to let your manager know, and also too, you want to make sure that you're paid correctly and your benefits, like what are your benefit options. So that's why I try to say that, but I definitely understand when you're fed up. So I'm about a month in to my new job, and like I said, I really like it. I think I probably should have been working at a law firm, although, you know, I've always thought I was a lawyer. I've told you guys that my favorite movie that I probably should not have been watching as a kid was Devil's Advocate. That was like one of my all-time favorite movies because the whole vanity and not being able to lose a case and all that stuff. I don't know. I really resonated with that movie and I don't know why. I would say the only thing that I don't like, or maybe, you know what, this was actually a learning experience for me. And the reason why I'm gonna say it's a learning experience, because I didn't know it was gonna affect me. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm a hands-on person when I learn. I'm hands-on. I can go look for the information, read it, follow the steps, and actually, you know, do the process. The problem with that is people, when you're going step by step and seeing processes broken down step by step, so 1 through 15, they're not telling you what's in between those processes when it comes to how are people going to respond to this? Why are you doing this? How did this change? That kind of stuff. So when I'm doing my 1 through 15 steps, but then I'm stuck at number 5 because somebody didn't tell me that, you know, when you create a schedule for somebody, they're in trial. They're going through this. They have a lot on their plate. They can't meet with the new hire. You're like, so nobody was going to tell me? But see, when you sit with a person, I don't know why I'm holding this like a cigarette, like Cruella de Vil. When you sit with somebody, you always have that person that be like, I do it like this, but, you know, you could do it like this. But also they'll tell you, now onboarding, doing their schedules is very difficult. Sometimes people are in trial. They get really busy. They cannot respond, so you need to reach out to their assistant. Blah, blah. That kind of stuff is what I miss from having a side-by-side interaction. You get what I'm saying? So this is a learning experience for me. So a lot of the stuff that I'm learning, it's steps 1 through 15, and it's just like, I'm getting frustrated because I'm like, but you didn't tell me this. And it's like, how was I supposed to know? You guys know I never worked for a law firm before, so how was I supposed to know? Does that make sense? So I would just say, for me, I would have rather had somebody, I'm not saying hold my hand. I needed those just so you know, because I was blindsided multiple times. And then it's like, we'll be in a meeting and it's like, oh, you're supposed to let this person know something too. And it's like, but you didn't tell me that, and that's not even a part of any steps. Does that make sense? So how was I supposed to know? So I rather, you know, the trainer own that and call it a day. So that's the, I guess, you know, it was a learning experience for me, and I can't go back and fix it because that's what happened. But, you know, you live, you learn, you fight another day. But other than that, the people I work with are great. So I'm excited. And then today was a kind of like a celebration day for me because I have, so, sorry, I'm like going on a rant, but I just really need to talk to you guys. I was the first person in my household to go to college, as far as like going away for college. And I wanted to get away because there was so much, at the time we had a terrible situation happened to us, and I just wanted to get away. And so I went to school as far away as possible, which Grand Junction is 5 hours away. I was out of here. And when I went away, my mom and I, we didn't know how to apply for loans and what to do. So basically, and it was like nobody was telling us, you know, how to get me through college or how I was going to pay for it. They were just like, loan, loan, loan. And it's so funny how loans are just given out, given out, given out. And so I stayed on campus for almost 2 years. And you got to think, bills rack up. I was not working. I only worked in the summertime. I focused on school. And during that time, like I said, stuff was adding up and situations were happening that I just kept saying, I don't want to come back down to Denver. So bills racked up. And one thing about my husband, he's really good with money. Really good. Nobody's taught him money. He studies so much stuff. Like, I think he should be like a counselor on like how to manage money. He is He manages all of our bills in our home. So we had, like, I don't know where I just did not, like, take money serious at some point, but not taking money serious, it can cause a lot of problems in relationships. And so when I started working, I don't know, like, I've been working, but at one point he was just like, let me help you, but your checks have to come into my account. And I'm like, no. But then I was like, yeah, because I need help. And I'll tell you guys a funny story. And this is, I think I've told you guys this story on live, but it was super embarrassing. And this is why I don't like to play with debt. So, this is such an embarrassing story. Oh, I don't even have my highlighter yet. With medical debt, you guys know I suffer from endometriosis, and at one point I was going to the hospital like nonstop. I literally went to the hospital until finally a doctor just told me, like, there's not enough research on endometriosis. There's really nothing we can do but pump you with medicine and send you home. And I have had laparoscopy surgery. I've talked about this in previous videos. Those videos are very old. I should make an updated video, which I did last year during Endometriosis Awareness Month, but I didn't put it out because I felt like I didn't have a solution. And usually I try to at least have some type of solution, and I'm still currently working on that. So yeah, that's why I didn't put that video out. But my thought was, you know, when I was told that, it all just made sense to me. At that point, I was like, you're right. Why do I keep coming to the hospital? But remember, I had laparoscopy surgery and bills were just racking up. So I had a ton of medical debt. Either way, medical debt will garnish you. They will come for you. And so this medical company came for me, and I never told my husband. Actually, we weren't married at the time, but I started getting garnished, and they were garnishing me at the highest percentage because I think it went to like quarter something. And I was just so embarrassed, and I'm like, wowzers, like, how does this happen? And so when I went to make my last payment, no, my last payment was pulled from my check, and I realized I overpaid. And so I had to call the garnish company or law firm, whatever it was, to let them know that my payments have been completed and like my debt has been paid off. Well, I call, this girl answers the phone, and her and I give her my name, my address, and, you know, I said, hey, I made a last payment on my my medical debt. How is this, like, can you guys send me a letter so I could stop being garnished, because I'm still being garnished at this time. And the girl was like, Natashia from 3rd grade? I said, who is this? She told me her name, and she had a very distinct name that I remember, and her and I went to the same elementary school in 3rd grade. She said, I remember your name because it was so unique. And I remember her name because her name is unique as well. After that moment, I was so embarrassed, and it was so funny because she was like, oh my goodness, like, are you on Facebook? And I just wanted to hang up on her at that point, but she would have found me no matter what because she had all my information. So I was like, yeah, I am. She's like, oh, I'm going to follow you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, how flippin' embarrassing is this? So therefore, moving forward, I want to pay my debt because I never know who I'm going to talk to. That was the most embarrassing day in my life. And she may not know it was embarrassing, but when we hung up, I was just like, what in the world? Let me bring it back to the student loan issue. When I went to school, my mom and I were just grabbing money left and right from different places. So I had $4,000 here, $2,000 there, $3,000 there. Those loans, I had multiple loans in small amounts because we were just pulling from anywhere to get money so I could go to school, you know, far away. That stuff adds up. So today, I actually paid off one of my student loans in 2019, like one of those smaller ones that just kept coming back to haunt me. And then we had a student loan that we just paid off today, and I am just like, and I could not do this without my husband, because I'm not as savvy as he is when it comes to certain things. Like, there's just certain things that he just completes me with. Like, I'm just like blown away. So today we made our last payment, and I was just like, it's a celebration. One thing I always think about now is, especially the way the world is, if I lost my job tomorrow, if I lost everything tomorrow, what would I do? Secondly, you don't want people just calling you, asking for money, you know, their money that you owe. That's just another stress, you know? So it's a celebration. And yeah, that's everything in a nutshell, what's going on with me. I get super excited when I just get to sit down and talk to you guys and kind of just tell you what's going on with me. And some of the stuff I say may help you or your family out, you know? So I just wanted to sit down and talk. Let me go change. I'm going to show you the Christmas tree at night, because I've already showed you how I put it up. So I'll be back. I don't know if I want to be funny. I have like this reindeer headband that I might wear out, because I'm, you know, I'm just trying to get into the spirit. Okay, we're about to get out of here. got my horsey sauce, and then I got my cherry turnover. So we finally made it back home. We weren't gone for too long, and I was able to run all of the errands that I needed to run today, so that was great. I told you guys I am going to spend time with my mom tomorrow. We're probably gonna have lunch. Well, maybe breakfast and lunch. I think I'm gonna try to pick her up at maybe 11 or 12. And then I'm gonna go back to her house and help her wrap up all of the gifts, because I can wrap gifts very well. Like, I feel like that's like a hidden talent that I have. So I really like wrapping gifts for Christmas or even like birthdays and stuff. I just love doing it. So I'm gonna help my mom with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna close out the vlog here. And thank you so much for coming along with me. I am so grateful to have the support. Everyone, have a wonderful evening and a great weekend, because it's still only Friday. And I will talk to you guys in my next vlog. Bye.